It's time. Okay, I have been talking about this 8-hour readathon on my YouTube, on my Instagram, and it's here. So I'm gonna do the thing I say is the most millennial phrase that ever has been millennial phrased. So here's the rules. It is 9:39, which means I'm gonna get this started. It will go into the evening. So here's the rules. I'm going to start a stopwatch on my phone, which I'm just now getting onto stopwatch. It's going to be going the times that I'm reading, and I'm going to do a minimum of 8 hours. And so I am going to pause for breaks for a couple different things, and I'm going to bring you along with me when I do them. Things like coffee breaks. I'm going to put some food in the crock pot after my husband gets home from the grocery store. Walk around because with like my pots and stuff, I need circulation. But I'm going to be reading for 8 hours. That leads on to most people do 24. Why am I not? I diagnosed with ADHD a few years ago. I'm very open with that. And I just knew from my first time that I don't know how this is going to go. I've never done something like this before. And I felt like I always tell my students that if you're nervous about something to the point you're just going to give up, take a smaller chunk. I didn't know how I was going to feel about 24 hours straight, but I know that an 8-hour chunk is something that I felt like I could do and be like, I can accomplish, I can be proud of myself for. So 8-hour chunk it is. So I'm going to do 8-hour minimum, and I'm going to take you along. I'm going to pause about every hour, talk about where I'm at. I'm going to film some of me like reading, and I'm going to talk about the books I'm reading. And so we're going to get started. The first book, I was going to start fresh. I was going to start with a brand new book this morning, but then yesterday I started a book, and I just started it yesterday, and I have to finish it because it has got me really intrigued. And so I'm going to start with it. I'm not very far into it. And it's a short little book. I'm 94 pages into it, and it's Missing Sister by Jocelyn Jackson. It's really good so far. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. So basically, there's this girl. The names in this book have it's funny. There's this girl, Penny, and her twin sister died of an overdose. But before that, she was attacked by 3 men. And 2 of the 3 men have now been murdered. And Penny has become a police officer because of her sister's attack. And she was called into the murder of the second man who attacked her sister as a police officer. And when she gets there, she finds the murderer. I'm not telling you anything that's not in the blurb. And she lets the murderer go. And it kind of like goes from there, but also talks about family dynamics. Is it the best thriller in the world so far? No. But do I need to know how this thriller is going to end? Yes. And so I felt like I couldn't start a new thriller because in the back of my mind, this one's going to be in there, and it's really short. So the first thing I'm going to do is Missing Sister. And then the next book I'm going to read is the one that was voted on Instagram. But I want to finish this first. So that's where we're going to start. So we are going to start the timer officially. It's going. Okay, let's do this. Side note, I love the word snogging. It's in this book, which makes me wonder if she's a British author. It says that she's an American author, but she uses the word snogging, which I love. I love that word snogging. I think it's just one of the best British words, and I wish we used it more in America. Can we start using the word snogging more? Please? Please? I love that word. Gotta read this. We can skip the small talk. I'm bad at it anyway, he said. Is that rude? Not at all. I didn't want it either. I wasn't sure how to begin. I couldn't blurt out, hey, awesome pair of murders like a psycho. I mean, it's not the best writing in the world, but it's been funny. Like, it's just been funny. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. I'll be back, and we'll see how far we get. I'm excited. I'm going to finish this book. It's really short. I'll see you either when I finish the book or in an hour, so you don't have to keep watching me read. You know those parts in a book where you just like, what? This just happened. You think, what? 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 Okay, I am at 1 hour and 47 minutes done. And, oh my goodness, I keep losing the time thing. 1 hour and 47 minutes done, and I felt like it was like the blink of an eye. I feel like so at this moment, I feel like I could go so much longer than 8 hours. Maybe I get this 24 hours thing. And I just finished Missing Sister. It's definitely set up for a sequel, which I would be okay with. Is it the best thriller I've ever read? No. But did it keep my interest and keep me interested? Yes. For such a short thriller, it definitely crams a lot into it. I felt like maybe it needed to flesh it out a little bit more. But would I recommend it to people? Yes. It was interesting. I felt like it was good. It kept my interest. It was high action. It was fast. I'm going to give this, like, the first half I would have given it 3.5 stars. The second half I give it 4 stars. So I'm going to round it up probably to like 3.75 stars, maybe 4 stars. But it really was a fast, I lost track of time thriller. So probably 4 stars. And it was good. It was fast reading, and it ended well. If you want a fast read, I felt like it tried to almost cram too much like plot into it, but it was really good. It was a really fast read. I was interested the whole time, and like there was a bunch going on in it. So I really enjoyed it. The Missing Sisters by Jocelyn Jackson. So I'm at 1 hour and 47 minutes done. I'm gonna take a few minutes of a break, go to the bathroom, walk around for a minute, get some circulation back in my feet going, get some water, and then I'm going to start my next book. And my next book is going to be the book that was voted on Instagram, which is I Found You by Lisa Jewell. This is a British thriller. So this is a British thriller, and it's in the windswept British seaside town of Writinghouse Bay. A single mom, Alice Lake, finds a man sitting on the beach. He has no name and no idea how he got there. Meanwhile, in a London suburb, newlywed Lily Monrose grows anxious when her husband fails to return home from work, but the police soon deliver even more disturbing news. The man she married never truly existed. 23 years earlier, Gray and Christy Ross are teenagers on a summer holiday with their parents. The annual trip to Riding House Bay is uneventful until an enigmatic young man starts paying extra attention to Kirsty. Something about him makes Gray uncomfortable, and it's not just because he's a protective older brother. This is one of the few I have left in the Lisa Jewell backlist, and this was voted on on Instagram, and I'm really excited about this book. So this will be what I start when I come back after a few minutes of walking around. So I'm excited. So far, I'm having a great time. I haven't hit a slump at all. I'm oh, I could do this all day easily. I could keep going past 8 hours. Let's do this. We'll see how it happens around hour 6, but I'm loving it so far. I'm this is great. Let's do this every weekend. So we'll see what happens. Okay, husband came back at the perfect timing with all the groceries, which was, I really appreciate his support because he went grocery shopping while I read. So we got the venison pot roast. I keep mixing my words up today. In the crock pot, so I can just read the rest of the day. And so this is dinner. It's got all the veggies in it. So that's going. Back to reading. And I'm going to talk about the book in a second, about that I'm about to start, because it's the one that Instagram chose for me to read. So start that, see how long it takes. So far, I'm doing great. I love this. I'm caffeinated. We'll see. I'm almost to 2 hours. We'll see where I get at 6 hour mark. But great. I'm doing great. So pot roast is going. Dinner's done. Off to read. Okay, I'm back to reading. That took a little longer than expected because I got in the middle of work cooking. I realized I got food on my shirt. But I got my weekend is all booked shirt, which I felt was perfect for today. So I'm going to start I Found You. I love Lisa Jewell. She's just one of my number one favorite authors. I love British, I love a good British thriller. I just love her. So I'm going to start this. Come along with me. We'll see how long it takes me. This is the book that my Instagram followers voted on for me to start. And so since I finished Missing Sisters, I'm starting this one first. First sentence. Alice Lake lives in a house by the sea. She's so excited. I feel this so deeply. Okay, I'm 5'2". I can fit anywhere, but I have teenage boys, one of which is over 6 foot already, and the other one which is quickly getting there. It is a tiny house, a Coast Guard's cottage, built more than 300 years ago for people much smaller than her. This is the next sentence that I get. The ceilings slope and bulge, and her 14-year-old son needs to bow his head to get through the front door. I feel that my boys are always trying to get in places. My husband too. They were all so little when she moved them here from London 6 years ago. I just feel I feel that every day right now. If you hear stuff going on in the background, my family's living life today. It's just, I'm living life. I'm reading for 8 hours and my family is living life today. Okay, one thing I love about, I know I'm pausing, but I have to say things. I have these thoughts in my head and they're coming out. One thing I love about Lisa Jewell is she doesn't forget the descriptions. And I sometimes feel like thriller authors, especially when we talk about popcorn thrillers, it's all about the action and they forget to give you the good, the good descriptions and the settings. And as an English teacher, I teach about setting helps you put in the story. And one of the things I teach in 9th grade is I teach narrative writing, and we write a narrative. And I talk about one of the first things you need is you have to put your reader into a story, and it's the time and the place. And Lisa Jewell does that so well. You just feel like you're in the story. And she writes about the British coast in a way that I want to go to the British coast. I already wanted to go to the British coast. England is not just England, Great Britain in general. I want to go to the UK. It's a huge bucket list trip. But listen to this. Beyond her window, between Victorian streetlights, a string of sun-faded bunting swings back and forth in the boisterous April wind. To the left, there is a slipway where small fishing boats form a colorful spine down to a concrete jetty, and where the great dreadful froth of the North Sea hits the rocky shoreline. And beyond that, the sea, black and infinite. Alice still feels awed by the sea by its vast proximity. In Brixton, where she lived before, she had view of walls, of other people's gardens, of distant towers and fumy skies. Okay. This book. It's good. It's getting really good. And there's just these moments where these characters say like hints of things and you're just like, wait, what? Wait, what? It's good. Update after the next hour. It is 3 hours down, having a little bit of a lunch break, a ham sandwich, and having some caffeine, having a Coke. Just kind of perk myself up while I keep reading. I'm really enjoying this book. It's really good. Like, it seems like the obvious answer is the answer, but I know Lisa Jewell well enough to know that that is not true. And then there's these little like hints that something's really weird is going on. So I started an hour ago and I'm at page 123. 127. I'm on page 127. So there's three perspectives going on. And there's the perspective that I started off on, which is there's this woman who lives on a beach and she sees this man and he has no memory. There's another perspective of a woman who just came from Kiev and her husband's gone missing, and she realizes she doesn't know anything about her husband or his life, and except that like they just met and he has a mom and a sister. And then there's this other perspective of 1993 of this family that's on vacation, and this brother is watching his 15-year-old sister start to fall for this 19-year-old man who's pursuing her on vacation in this beach town in the north shore of England. And you think it's just like, it seems like it's all easy, but there's this undercurrent of like something else is going on. It can't be that easy. And so it's these three different people's perspectives. It's the woman who sees the man on the shore. It's this wife. And it's this boy watching his sister fall for this guy. And it's super weird. And Lisa Jewell's just so good at like, it can't be that easy, right? I'm really thoroughly enjoying this book. I'm so glad this got picked for me. So far I'm really enjoying it, but I'm only three out of 8 hours in. So we'll see. Enjoying my sandwich, just basic ham sandwich. So yeah, so far it's good. I'm gonna easily finish this, I think, the next couple hours. But like, what is going on? Like, I feel like if it's this simple, I'm gonna be really disappointed, but it can't be. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'm gonna keep reading and get back to eating and reading. I did move on to my bed to read for a while, just because, like, with my joints and stuff, I get a little uncomfortable sitting in the same spot. So I've been sitting on my bed cuddling with my dog. There's 3 dogs in this book, and the way she describes the dog is really sweet. So it's been fun cuddling my dog, reading about the dogs, and reading this book about the North Shore of England. But it does make me want to, like, go research the North Shore of England a little bit to describe it better. So I might do that for a minute while I pause, just so I can picture things a little bit better, because I don't know much about the North Shore of England. But it's an easy read so far, and I'm really enjoying it. There is just so much at what is happening in this book. What people making bad choices, for sure. But then, like, lots of people making bad choices, okay? Like, what are you thinking? But also then, like, what is happening here in such a good way for a thriller, in a way that only Lisa Jewell can write, in a way that my mind is so confused. Like, what is happening? I don't even know. I'm so confused right now as to what is going on in this book. Like, I mean, I know what's going on in this book, but I don't know. It's not even fully a plot twist. It's just a, like, plot confusion. And I don't know what seemed so simple. You know, I said it seemed like it was all just too simple. It was too simple. And it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I love this, but also I gotta, Lisa Jewell, you got me. I love when authors use clamber. It's a word I just love. Also, it's fun to say. Why do women, like, I just want to shake the women in this story and be like, make better choices. Make better choices. Make just better choices. But then I wouldn't have the story would be boring. It'd be such a boring book. They made better choices, right? Make better choices. Okay, book 2 done, and I am just over the halfway mark at 4 hours and 33 minutes. It was good. It was good. The end got a bit predictable, so not my favorite Lisa Jewell of all time, not my least favorite Lisa Jewell of all time. Definitely mid Lisa Jewell. I really loved the seaside, like northern UK, British seaside town vibes, and I really think that added to this book. I would have liked more of a twist. It was really fun. So now I've done 2 thrillers about siblings in a row. I think I need a break from the sibling thrillers. But this was a really good book. I would recommend it. I definitely would recommend it to people. It's not one where I would be like, oh my gosh, let me introduce you to Lisa Jewell. But it would be one where I was like, you want a good thriller that's really like a great vibe, a very good summary vibe. I would definitely recommend this to people. What am I going to rate this? I think 3.75 on Storygraph, rounded up to 4 on Goodreads is how I would rate this. I would definitely recommend it to people, but it's definitely not going to be like my, let me introduce you to Lisa Jewell. She's one of my favorites, but it's a solid thriller. It really is. Kind of cozy. The bad guy's bad. There's definitely some like, we don't know what's fully going to happen, but the end was slightly predictable. So I would definitely recommend, definitely enjoyed. Glad that this was voted on. I'm going to think for a minute about what I want to read next, because I've done 2 thrillers that were both sibling related thrillers, sort of. I don't know how to describe it. I need something different. I'm in the mood to like do something totally different. So I'm going to pause my timer for a minute, stretch my legs, walk around the house a little bit, say hi to my husband, pet my dog, and then think about what I'm going to read next and come back, because I need a break for a second. But definitely solid. Okay, so took a little bit of a break, and I had coffee at the end of finishing that book. So I am ready to go, but I decided to do a mood read and do a novella just to kind of break things up a little bit. Moving away slightly from thrillers, but like to the sister genre of, it's like a horror thriller, and I always try to feature a Black author. I'm also doing 1 million books by Black authors right now. So go check them out. And I decided, I've been wanting to read this novella for so long. This seems like the perfect date to do it. Victor Laval's The Ballad of Black Tom. If you know, I've loved, let me grab it, Lone Women by Victor Laval. And I found this at my local bookstore. So I cannot wait. This is about Charles Thomas Tester, and the blurb is, people move to New York looking for magic, and nothing will convince them it isn't there. And it's a storm that might swallow the world is building in Brooklyn. Will Black Tom live to see its magic? I think it's 1920s, like, it's Jazz Age New York. And it's like magic horror, exactly, but it's supposed to not be exactly. That's the thing, is nobody quite knows what genre to ever put him in, because it's like fantasy, horror, thriller, magic, just yumminess. And so I loved Lone Women. And so I've been wanting to do this. So I think a novella will kind of break things up for me. So I'm going to do a novella. I'm going to do this next. And then we'll see I don't know what to do next after that, but just drop that book. Okay, we're going to start this one. I'm going to read the first sentence to you. People who move to New York always make the same mistake. That's exciting. I mean, like, I visited New York last. I was, oh goodness, middle school? It's been a long time. I want to go back. Like, I have, things I want to do there. But I love books and TV shows and all kinds of things set in New York. So I think this is going to be a good book. And I love history of New York. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add, it's 4.5 hours in. This shouldn't take me very long. It's only like 147 pages. So we'll knock this one out. Okay, back to my book. Okay. Finished The Ballad of Black Tom. And it is, I'm at 5 hours and 40 minutes. So that's pretty good. It's about an hour. That was good. I think I'm going to say, definitely did not like it as much as Lone Woman. I'm going to give it a 3.5 stars. Probably, I don't know what I'm going to give. Probably a 3 stars on Goodreads. But I feel like it really does deserve more than 3 stars, which is why I'm torn, but not 4 stars. I don't know how I feel. Like, I really like it. It was odd. I just, like, I want more. And I feel like that's so often with novellas. Like, I really want more. I felt like there was, so much more I want more. The characters were good, and the description of, like, the struggles were good, and the horror fantasy style was good. I got so much out of it. I just wanted more. But it was good. So that's 3. Like, it was good. And I don't want the 3.5 stars to keep anyone from reading it, which is why I'm really struggling with, like, should I rate it higher? Because I would definitely suggest this to more people. Like, I'm like, is it 3.5 or 5 stars? Like, there's no in between. Like, I would put this book in people's hands every day of the week and be like, go read this and make yourself uncomfortable. But I don't know that I enjoyed it. It was an uncomfortable book in the best way possible. And so in that way, it was a 5-star book. I like books that make me uncomfortable. I don't want to love every book. And so for that, it was 5 stars. But did I love it? No. That it was in a 3.5 stars. I'm going to have to decide before I rate this book. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it yet. Like, it's either going to be rated 5 stars because I want people to pick it up and read more of it, and I definitely think people should. Or it's going to be 3.5 stars because I didn't love it. Like, it's a weird little book. It's a weird little book. Lone Women was definitely more my cup of tea. But this is such a weird little book. It was not at all what I was expecting it to be. I'll say that. I went in with completely off expectations for this book. And I think that that's what's throwing me, is I expected something totally different, and that's not what it was. So that's where I'm at. So I will be honest, I am struggling a little bit at this point. Got a little bit of a headache. Feeling a little bit like, ugh. And that's where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to push through at this moment. So these are the 3 books I'm done. I don't want to do another thriller right now. I really don't. So I think I'm going to do Book of Doors because it's so highly recommended. People are like, this is a 6-star book. This was number 2 on my thing. And I thought about doing library books because I got some really good library books, but they're all murders and murder thrillers. And this is a fantasy with a little bit of mystery edge, but it is so highly recommended. And I think that this will help me with my, like, struggle of, like, how am I feeling? It's a bookish book. It's a fantasy. And so I think this is my next book. And I think, like, I've been sitting on my bed. I don't know where else to go sit. But this chair is getting uncomfortable, and I think that's part of my problem, too. So I am going to start The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. Also, this is a Goodreads challenge. So I think that this will be good. I need this for my fiction Goodreads. Also, I really like these, like, doors that it's got, which I'm sure will make more sense. Part 1, it says doorways. I've read this several times because it's been for the last 2 months because I need it for Goodreads. But the first sentence is, in Kellner Books on the Upper East Side of New York City, a few minutes before his death, John Weber was reading The Count of Monte Cristo. Alexa, stop. That alarm is to tell me it's been an hour since I updated, but I'm updating here. So I'm going to read this next. This book is worth killing for. And we'll see where I get. Let me start my timer. So I have like just under 2.5 hours left. And we'll see if I can finish this book. If I get close to the end, I might just finish the book before I'm done. Like if I'm at the end and I'm almost done, I might just go in and finish it. Because it'd be cool to be done with 4 books in one day. So that's where I'm at. I will update you in about an hour. Okay. I'm doing much better. I got some leftover Chinese edamame and crab rangoon for a snack. Supper's in the crock pot. I took a few minutes. If you are not a Big Brother fan like I am, it is Big Brother season. And I watched the live feed, like summary podcasts on Rob Has a Podcast, Taryn Armstrong, every day. And I hadn't today because I was doing this. So I just took a few minutes to watch that, have a snack, like check Instagram. I just take a breather. And I feel so much better. And I am ready to tackle this last stretch. I will probably pause when dinner is ready. And then I don't know yet. We'll see. But I am going to push through. And I probably am just going to finish this book tonight. I will be honest. It's giving vibes that I'm going to want to finish it even when my time is up. Because it is really good. And I feel so refreshed. So ready to just... This book, it's already so good. And Riley, it's already giving just the Riley Sager goodness that we all live for. So I'm ready. And I'm so glad I took that break. My husband's like, you're caffeinating and it's 6:30 at night. And I said, babe, I'm hitting a 6-hour slump. Also, I keep thinking, I don't know how people do this for 24 hours. Maybe I'll work up to that. And one day I'll be like, oh yeah, 24-hour reading blog. Blah. But as of this moment, I am glad that I'm only doing 8 hours because 24 hours sounds rough to me right now. And that sounds like I would go into a reading slump afterwards. So I don't know that I will do that on my channel. We'll see. If you've done it, comment below how you did it. But I'm going to go do this now. You would get so many I would get so many books read, which would be nice. But I'm going to go get back into this book because it is so good and I'm loving it. I feel refreshed. I'm going to keep drinking my delicious coffee and push on till the end. Because I feel like I could keep going forever now. Which is a good sign. Okay? The Unknown. Oh, y'all, it is so good. It is so good. It is. Also, I just want to say, like, my human reads too much. This is my kitten. I have 4 cats. But this is my kitten. And this is exactly... He likes to get between me and my book when I'm reading too long so that I give him attention or lay on my book until I give him attention. And then he'll get off. Be like, Mom, you are reading too much. So when I found this, it is the perfect bookmark. Again, I collect bookmarks, but that one's the perfect one. Okay. It is such a good book, y'all. Seriously. I can't wait for everybody to read this. Oh, the other thing I did was completely redid my TBR, which I'm going to talk about in a video. I know, I'm having these boinging words. See the TBR behind me? Completely redid from my August TBR video. So that happened. Okay, back to my book. I want to talk about a pet peeve for a second. As a history person, there's moments in this where you're reading a diary from the 1920s and everybody thinks they know 1920s lingo. And unless you've really actually studied 1920s lingo and like slang and terminology, you get it wrong a lot. You can always tell when people think they know it and don't. And it's a big pet peeve of mine. Big pet peeve of mine. And it's in here. And I just went, and that takes me out of a book when people do that. Like, and it's part of that historical accuracy history teacher thing where I'm just like, but it's okay. I'm okay. Just don't watch a history movie with me. But I'm just like, that could have been done better. It's okay. I'm okay. It's not his. I'm okay. I'm okay. This book is everything I love about Riley Sager. It's eerie. The cast of characters is like likable but dislikable at the same time. I don't know what's going to happen next. There is just this quality of I can't put it down, but I'm also finding myself I just need a break. I'm getting a little bit of a headache from reading. My body needs a break. I'm getting achy. I have problems with my joints from my Ehlers-Danlos and my joints are hurting. And I was told that the 6 hour mark is about when you need a break. And I'm at 6 hours and 15 minutes. And this book deserves me to be all in. So I'm going to get a break. Going to go check on my dinner in the crock pot. Go see my husband and son for a minute. And maybe, depending on how long dinner still has, get a snack, and come back because this book deserves my full attention because it is so good. Wow, it's so good. I can already tell this is going to be, this potentially is like this is potentially a 5-star read for sure. Like, I'm so into this book already, but my eyes need a break, my brain needs a break, my body needs a break. So I'm going to take a few minutes of a break at least and come back in a few minutes. But so far, this book is everything I need it to be. It's so good. Oh my gosh, this book is like it's not anxiety, but it's like, oh my goodness. I don't get this stressed over books, but this one's getting to me. Okay. Okay. I think my dinner's ready. I'm going to take a break, eat some dinner, and then come back and finish this book. I'm on page 217. Oh, the plot twist just happened. Oh, okay. This is Riley Sager, y'all. This is Riley Sager at his finest, I think. Well, another hour down. I'm at like 7 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm not sure which is going to happen first, me finishing this book or the 8 hours. But I'm going to finish this book tonight. A major twist just happened. I'm not sure if I figured it out or if Riley Sager is just really messing with my head. And I think he's really messing with my head. But I'm serious because my hair is up. It's really good, though. This book is going to get me. So I'm going to finish this book tonight. Even if I go past the 8 hours, I'm going to finish this book tonight. It is 7:45 at night, and I don't even care because I'm going to finish this book tonight because it's really good. But after this, I'm not going to read a thriller book. I'm going to read something else because, yeah. But I'm going to finish this book tonight because it's really good. So I can't believe... I don't know how people do a 24-hour readathon. I really don't. But I'm going to finish this book tonight for sure. I'm at page 195. And there's 349. So definitely can finish it. It's not a big deal. But it is a really good Riley Sager book. For sure. It is so good. Look, just go away, Daisy. That's all it says. It is so good. And I love this. It really reminds me of the one with the Riley Sager book with the house. That's what it reminds me of. And now, I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. Home in the Dark. The one with the house that you're not sure if it's haunted or not. That's the one it reminds me of. Which I loved. So I'm all for it. But I'm really enjoying it. In a little bit, I'm going to pause and have dinner. Our dinner's running late, but that's okay. I had that snack, so I'm going to, I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Because I got to know what happens. It's also giving, and then there were none vibes. They're all on this island and they're falling off one by one. So that's also good. Love that. It's good. I am having a slight hard time keeping up with who everybody is and the back and forth timelines of who everybody is. So that's a little bit frustrating. I need a plot list. I need a character list a little bit, but I'm getting there. That also might be my brain has so many characters in it from the whole day. So, but I'm going to get back to this because I need to finish this. Okay. I'm at 7 hours, 45 minutes. Dinner is ready. And I'm on page 253. So, I'm going to eat dinner and then finish this book. Because my family needs to eat. Because it's later than expected. So, this is what we're going to do. Go eat dinner. Feed my boys. I mean, I say that, but my husband's putting out dinner. But we're going to go eat dinner together as a family. Because we do that every night, no matter what. And then I'm going to finish this book tonight. Because I'm almost done. And I can't not finish this book. Oh my goodness, I cannot finish this book. I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness. It will go over 8 hours, but just a little bit. So I'm going to do this. Dinner time. Okay, dinner is done. Final push to the end. I have, 252. I have less than 100 pages left to finish this book. And only 15 minutes left on my timer. So I'll be fine on the time. But I'm going to finish this book and be done. I'm so excited. It's dark outside. And this is not a good book to read when it's dark outside. This is a little bit creepy. And bad things happen in the dark. But it's okay. Because I've got all the lights on. And my family's in the other room. I would not read this book in the dark. By myself. Okay. Pushing till the end. Re-energized. I can do this. I still don't know how people do this for 24 hours. Maybe I'll do it one day. I could do 10. I think I could do it, I think I could do 10. If I had started earlier in the day, I could do 10. But 24 and a weekend, that would be hard. Maybe one day I'll challenge myself. I can do this. Dog just came in to say hi. Hi, puppy dog. Okay, bye. Okay. Almost done. Well, I did it. Eight 8 hours and 16 minutes later. 8 hours and hold on. That was only 8 hours and 16 minutes. 8 hours and 16 minutes. 4 books. 4 books. And I did it. First of all, let's talk about this book. Riley Sager has done it, y'all. I think this is one of his best. This ending, it is just a masterwork of thrillers. If you like, I'm blown away by this book. If you liked Home Before Dark, if you liked Final Girls, I'm trying to think of what his other book was. Lock Every Door. If you liked it was amazing. It was so good. I cannot believe what I just read. Like my brain is still processing. It's gonna be processing this. That term book hangover. This is what I'm gonna be processing. I cannot believe what I just read. Wow, that book was so good. The ending. Wow. So what do I think? I'm still processing the book. After 8 hours of reading. I could do it. I think I could do longer if I started earlier in the day. I'm tired now. I enjoyed it. I don't think I would fully enjoy 24 hours, like the slog of a 24-hour readathon. And for me, reading is about enjoyment. Like, it's not about doing it for, like, I want reading to be about enjoyment for me and not just about, like, can I do it? So I don't know that I will do a 24-hour readathon. Maybe in the future. Maybe if I get there. But I enjoyed today overall. You know, I got that slog at hour 6. But I perked back up and I really enjoyed today. I would do 10 hours probably next time and start earlier in the day just to see if I could. It's a really fun way for me to just like put the world aside, really read books. I enjoyed it. Overall, I enjoyed reading. Thrillers were fun for me. Historical fiction I like to read, but it's not something I can just like plow through. Thrillers I can plow through. I did enjoy the 4 books I read today. I think that they were like they were different enough that I stayed interested, but I do think I don't want to do a thriller again next. Like, I think I need a fantasy or historical fiction next because I'm thrillered out. But like, I did different. So I started the day off with Missing Sisters, finished it, and that was very like popcorn thrillery, morally gray characters, very easy read, not the best writing, but it was just like, it was fast, easy, bam, morally gray, kind of everything in the kitchen sink style, easy read. And then we moved into I Found You, beautiful descriptive writing, very much a British thriller. Thought you knew what was going to happen. And I kind of I kind of knew what it was, but the getting there was fun. It was. The getting there and the end was fun. It was the journey that it was about. And the journey was really fun. I was glad I went on the journey. Then I did the novella. The novella was enjoyable. And I did rate it high in the end because I think that this is a really good book for people to pick up and read real fast. Victor LaValle, he's just going to be a returning author for me. I can't wait to read more from him. But it's a weird one for sure. Like, I was glad I took this weird break. It was bizarre. And then I went into this master class of thriller writing, and it was just, I'm so glad I ended the day with this because, oh my goodness, this was such an amazing book. I don't even know what happened here, but this was an amazing book. So I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad I took this day to do this. I'm glad I only did it for one day. I don't think I could get to the end of this day and then know that I had tomorrow to do it. I think my personality just has one day. I think that I could go longer in the one day and start earlier in the day. So I think I'll do that another time. It will not be anytime soon. And also like knowing that, okay, I'm starting August this way. I'm going back to school. Like this is a very good way for me to end this summer, which has been all about like starting off my channel and getting into reading and making videos and doing all this reading. And for me, this is a very good way for me to like kind of sum that up in my summer. And like, this is, I really feel like this readathon was the perfect way for me to kind of do that. So I'm really glad I did this, and I'm really glad that I kind of finished off the summer. I only have 1 week left. I'm glad I did this. Would I do this like monthly? No. Would I do it again? Yes. Would I do it slightly differently? I think so. But I also couldn't have done this without like my family support. You know, like my husband consistently, he was like, here, babe, here's a cup of coffee. You know, he made sure like my son was like, did you drink water recently? And reminded me to drink. And like my husband kept just making me cups of coffee to keep going. And like they were supportive. And, you know, I took breaks to go talk to them. And there were certain things I did. And I think next time I would plan trips. Like I couldn't go to the coffee shop today because they had stuff, but I would probably go read at the coffee shop some. So anyway, that's what I would do differently, but I'm so glad I did this. What did you think about coming along with me? What did you think about these books? Do you have any tips for the future? Would you do this with me? Would you do a readathon? I would love to hear all of your comments below. And remember, always bring a book.